What do you think October holds for us? Well, you have to watch this video to find that out. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Child of the Universe. I'm Noor, an intuitive healer and a tarot card reader, and I'm back with another video which is gonna be a universal guidance for the month of October. So before I start this video, I want to mention that I got another deck, and I guess my Insta fam already knows it. So I got this deck, the Starseed Oracle deck, and I'll be using 3 decks today, 2 Oracle decks and 1 tarot deck, the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, and I'm excited to start this reading with you guys. And also I wanted to mention one more thing, that this reading is for the collective and not specifically for one person. So it is quite possible that there would be something that would definitely resonate with you, and there would be some things that might not resonate with you at all. As so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So without any further ado, let's dive deep into the video. So first I will start with the tarot deck. So the cards I got here are the Ace of Cups and 5 of Pentacles. I see a lot of people currently in the energy where they feel very defeated, like where they feel like they have been wronged, like things are not working out in their favor. They feel a little weak, a little distorted. Life is not working out the way they want it to work. And the good news is that in October that's gonna change. Like, it might not change the first week of October, but eventually it will change. Like, October energies are pretty good. And the Ace of Cups here represents that, you know, the emotional fulfillment or the kind of beginning that they are waiting for, that's gonna come in October. It can be in any area. It can be a love relationship with family, career, job. You know, if you're feeling defeated right now, it's gonna get better in October. And here I have the Queen of Swords and the 5 of Cups. So what I see from here is that there needs to be a balance between intuition and logic. So you can't always go by logic, even though in our society a lot of people put logic higher than intuition. They don't believe in intuition. There has to be a balance between following your intuition and following logic, because to get anything done properly in the best way possible, you need to have both your intuition as well as logic. So for example, I was guided to make this video, but I needed logic to set up the camera. I needed logic to, you know, do other things. So logic and intuition are both required in whatever task, whatever work you're doing, in relationships, in terms of jobs, anything in life basically. There should be a balance between the both. And with it we have the 5 of Cups. So I see that a lot of people are being very logical right now. Logic is a lot higher than the faith they have that the things will work out. So the 5 of Cups here is, this guy is very sad. He's looking at the cups which have fallen apart, which are the things which are currently not working out in your life, and he's not noticing that there are 2 cups behind him. So those are the things which are actually working out in his life or her life, whatever it is. So what is happening in the situation is that he's logically saying, okay, this thing is not working out in my life, but he's not focusing on what is actually working. He's not being grateful for all the beautiful things in life. He's focusing on the bad rather than focusing on the good. that is also where the balance is required. You know, balance between logic and faith. Here in this situation, if you're someone who's feeling that way, I think faith, you need to strengthen your faith. You need to believe that things are going to work out in their favor, and that's how they will. You know, you are literally creating your reality with your thoughts and beliefs, and if you think that things are not working out for you, they will not work out for you. You know, I'll tell you, like, I'll give you my example. So whenever I think that things are not working out for me, everything is shit, life sucks, whenever I think that way, life actually starts sucking. Whereas when I think good thoughts, like I wake up and, you know, I write or I think what I'm grateful for, you know, then I focus more on the good things in life. I feel and I think that life is good, and it actually starts turning out that way. So I really feel that there is a need to focus on the good in your life rather than only focusing on what is bad. What you think is bad is actually not bad, and things are eventually gonna untangle them in future, and things are gonna be easier for you. As we saw with the Ace of Cups, and emotional fulfillment is coming, things are gonna get better, and you need to relax a bit. Really, you need to chill a bit. Like, do something that makes you happy, but like chill a bit. So the other cards that I have here are the Knight of Pentacles. With that we have the Eight of Swords. So the Knight of Pentacles shows me that a lot of people are and have been from quite some time now, they've been working hard on some things, they have been doing it properly, they have a good routine, they have been following it, but they're not seeing the rewards. You know, they're like that we've been doing it, but I don't, you know, they don't see the positive result. And that's where this Eight of Swords is coming in here. So for them, for these people, you need to change your perspective. You need to change how you are looking at things. Just like I said with the last two cards, there's a dire need to change your perspective. There's a great need to consciously think more positive thoughts, and that things will work out for you. So okay, so this card here, the Eight of Swords, it shows that this girl right here, she's tied up, there are swords all around her, and she's also blindfolded. She's standing in water and on earth, and there's a castle behind her. So this card primarily shows that you're not actually stuck. You know, there's a castle behind you, there's a way behind you, you can, you know, pass through all the obstacles, or rather there are no obstacles even, there are obstacles just created in your mind, they're in your head. You know, you're overthinking, your mind is creating problems for you, you yourself are creating problems for you, because you feel very unsatisfied. And again, the same message of not focusing on good is coming here. So change of perspective is required. And I forgot to say, with the Knight of Pentacles, there's also one more thing that is coming through it, that you need to be a lot more persistent to achieve what you want. Like, you don't only have to hustle. And it just reminds me of Burnt Out Ahead, which I talked about in the last video. You can watch it. You know what happens when you're only hustling and not taking a break. But this card is more about, you know, going with a routine, being consistent, keep on doing the work even when you don't see the rewards, because rewards are gonna come. You reap what you sow. You are gonna get the results. You have to believe that you are gonna get the results, and you will. And I was having a reading with a client earlier today, and she had got very similar cards, and I told her too that you build a home by keeping a brick by brick, like keeping a brick on top of a brick, and you know you just keep on building the wall, one wall, then another wall, and that's how eventually it takes a lot of work, and that's how you build a house. That's how career, business, relationships work.
Even if that's relationship with yourself.
You know, it takes small actions, small steps to really achieve something. So I guess that was it with the tarot card deck. Now I will switch to my new deck. And there's a disclaimer before you start watching the video ahead, which is that for some of you, the content ahead might sound a little bit esoteric, woo woo, or weird. You know, I suggest you to have an open mind and to have the curiosity of a child. Starseed Oracle deck, and I pulled out 3 cards from it. The first card that came out was Earthed. It says learning how to be human in the world but not of it. And you know, this card just reminded me that I should tell you a little about this oracle deck. So this is Starseed's Oracle deck, and this deck talks about star seeds. You know, it talks about how you are on this earth to make a difference, and you don't primarily belong here, and that you incarnated here for a special mission, and basically you are from a different star system and you're here to spread the light. This topic of star seeds is very, very broad, and you know, a ton of books have been written on it. And if you guys want me to talk more about it, I would love to make a video on it. All you have to do is comment down below and I would follow up with it. And I know for some of you it might seem like, okay, star systems, possible. And for some of you it would be like, okay, what is a star system? What is this shit? It does not, I don't relate to it. And that's okay. You don't have to relate to it. You just have to listen to me explaining the meaning of cards, and that's just fine. I was talking about the card Earthed. I don't remember if I have talked about this in my YouTube videos, but I usually discuss it with my friends or the people I work with, that we are not these bodies, we're not these meat suits. We're souls having a temporarily human experience, who have bodies, you know, who incarnate with different bodies, and that's my way of thinking. And I feel that this card is for spirit junkies who feel that they are here but they want to go somewhere else. Like, you know, they feel like they don't belong here, and you know, wherever they go, they feel like there is this void in them, and you know, they don't feel very comfortable with the earthly life. Like, if they would have a choice, you know, they would want to be somewhere else, and you might not even consciously know it. Some people are very well aware of it, you know, that there are souls having a temporary human experience, and you know, they're not very attached to the physical body. And this card pretty much is calling for the balance in both the things. Like, yes, you are a soul having a temporary human experience, but you are also in this body, so universe is asking you to have fun, to learn how to be a human, to have fun with it. The ones who are here, who've forgotten who they are, like who've forgotten that they're souls, this is a reminder for them that they are souls having a temporarily human experience. And for the ones who love to be in the astral realm, so I'll talk a little about it. When we sleep, our souls go to the astral realm, and it is a very natural thing to do. For those people who like love sleeping, and who kind of sleep a lot, you might not even consciously know it, find comfort in the astral realm. So you're being asked to be here, be a little more worldly than you already are. Enjoy this earthly experience, while knowing that you are not it. Like, you're a soul and you're not this body. That's this card. Pretty interesting card, I see. So the second card that we have is perspective, and it says none of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. And the interesting thing is that when I was reading the tarot cards, I also talked about changing the perspective. And you know, the Eight of Swords is kind of all about that. And in the Oracle deck, we got the same card. It's about the perspective. There's a need to change perspectives. I feel that with this card, first of all, the same message that came across with the Eight of Swords, a lot of people need to change their perspective from negative to positive. And you know, most of the times we don't even realize that we're having negative thoughts, and until some time passes, and when you realize you are already in that spiral of negativity, one negative thought leads to another, and another negative thought leads to another, and that's just a vicious cycle of negative thoughts. And so I will suggest you that when you get a negative thought, which is a very natural thing, you stop there and you tell yourself, I forgive myself for this thought. I know that everything is happening for my highest good, and this thought of mine doesn't define me or how the situation is gonna turn out to be. This thought is merely a thought. It doesn't have any importance. So you know, it depends on you, on how much level you engage with a thought. You know, you can think of a thought as just a thought, an emotion as just an emotion, and not attach yourself to it. Or you can completely feel like that you are that thought. You know, you can feel guilty for thinking a particular thought or feeling a particular emotion. But I would prefer the former, the first option, because I really don't believe that you are your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You feel the emotions, you think the thoughts, but you are not these things. It's a process of kind of detaching yourself from the thoughts or the emotions that we experience. And you know, it comes with practice, and you can start with what I just said about forgiving yourself for having a negative thought, and I guess that'll be a good start for you. So the last card that I pulled out from the Starseed Oracle deck is Jump In. Adventure, say yes to change. This card is so pretty. This is kind of in the air with the Ace of Cups from the tarot card reading deck. Also in the readings I had with my clients, I really feel that, you know, things are gonna get better in October. You know, major changes are gonna come up for the better, of course. And I feel that universe is gonna present you with different kinds of opportunities. You know, for someone it can be love, for someone it can be a job, for someone, you know, it can be buying a new house. But you know, changes are coming. Whatever wasn't working out earlier, it's gonna move forward. This card says jump in. It says that say yes to change, like go for it. You know, see it as an adventure rather than seeing it as a torture that you're being asked to change. Because you know, there are always two ways to look at things. You can see at change like, oh, I've got to change. Now I will not be the old me, you know, that I was. And also you can think that, okay, this makes me feel very uncomfortable and I don't know what to do. There's also another way of looking at the situation. You can think that, okay, change is here, discomfort is here, but also growth is here. I'm gonna learn my lessons here. I'm gonna be a lot more wiser as I go through these changes. I'm gonna learn a lot. Good time. Yes, it might not be comfortable, but it is leading me to a good place. Interesting. Very interesting. So it's always your choice that whether you want to choose the first way of thinking or the second. And I would prefer the second one, and I really hope that you too prefer the second one. And now we're kind of done with the Starseed Oracle deck, and now I will start up with the, or probably end up with the Cards from the Universe Has Your Back deck, one of my favorite decks. Gabrielle Bernstein, of course, she's my favorite. Okay, so the first card that I pulled out from the deck Universe Has Your Back is I am the dreamer of my dream. You know, this card primarily signifies that you can actually have whatever you dream of. You can have whatever you want. You just have to believe in yourself and believe in your dream enough to, you know, go for it, take action. You know, even if it sounds crazy, or you know, your logic tells you that no, don't go for it, but there's a voice in your heart that says, dude, you need to go for it.
Oftentimes, we don't know about the potential that we have, or due to fear of failure, we don't even try doing things that we love, or try stepping on the path that will lead us to doing things that we love. And that's where you need to build up your courage and just go for it. Start by taking one small step and then another small step, and you will be guided all your way.
You really need to follow your passions, your dream. Listen to that voice in your heart. It is guiding you to your best life. And you know what? It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna take courage. It's gonna make you brave, but it's gonna be worth it. Following your heart, following your dreams, your passion is always worth it. So the second card that I pulled out was that when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. You know, when you are, so this card is so much related to the first card I talked about. It said that I'm the dreamer of my dream. This card says that don't rely on only your faith in yourself. Rely on the faith that you have on God, on universe, because you don't have to do it all alone. You don't have to rely on your own strength only. Like, you have to rely on your strength, but you can also rely on God's strength, which makes things easier. You know, it makes things very hard when we are only relying on our strength. So just like the tarot card reading signified, you need to have more faith in God and that you are God's child. Whatever she's doing, it's for your highest good. And you know, you might think that it's bad, but it's not. You know, God will never punish you. Universe will never want bad for you. It only has unconditional love for you. I know that some of you might think, oh, but bad things always happen with me. First of all, I don't think that's truth, because you know, I've seen that we tend to focus more on the bad than we tend to focus on the good. So I don't think that in someone's life only bad and bad and bad happens. There's always a balance, and also there is karma, which is not at all a negative thing, but you know, in a society it's perceived as a very negative thing. So, and I know that, you know, karma is gonna come in the mind of some of you guys, and you're gonna think, oh, but what about karma? You know, is that good? Yes, that is good. Karma is something that brings balance, and everything in life requires balance. Karma is here for you to learn the lessons, and for you to go through what you have already put someone else through. It comes back. It always does. And it's not part of the reading, but it just came to my mind that don't do it to others what you wouldn't want to happen to you. Before doing wrong or bad to someone, or before treating someone badly, just think that if you would want to go through the same. I just wanted to say that. It was just coming through. Last card that I have is happiness is my birthright. So, this is a very important thing to know, this thing that happiness is a birthright. It's a choice. Even in miserable conditions, you can still find happiness. And I really know that none of you are actually in miserable conditions because you're here and you have a phone, you can access YouTube, you're smart enough, and I think you're abundant enough, and I think you're really loved and you're really blessed to have that phone and everything. And right now in this moment, be grateful for that because you have all that. And coming back to this card, it says that happiness is my birthright. So, and also it is very directly linked to abundance. Abundance is also your birthright. It is so conditioned to us in a society that you have to struggle to be happy. Once you achieve success, only then you will be happy. Then they say that you have to struggle to be abundant, but that's not true. Universe says that it's all your birthright. Your beliefs are creating your reality, and because we have been conditioned to believe these very shitty beliefs that you have to struggle to be abundant, you can't be happy all the time, we're taught all these things. And although I have by no means mastered this whole thing of being happy all the time, I still think that happiness is my birthright. And whenever I feel like I am in a lot of grief and disappointment,
I just tell myself
that there is a better way out. It doesn't have to be that difficult. There's surely gonna be an easy way. And I ask the universe to show me that, the easy way to deal with my situation. And I'm always shown the way, the better way, the easier way. And the fact that I feel so supported and guided all the time by the universe is what makes me feel satisfied and content and happy. But yes, I do have my moments when I complain or when I am not satisfied, and we humans, we tend to do that from time to time. But again, I would like to come to the same point, which has been the major point in this reading, that focus on the good rather than only focusing on the bad. What you focus on is what expands. So you decide what you want to focus on. I choose to focus on the good. I choose to focus on what is working out for me. I really hope you do focus on the good. And yes, I guess that's all for today. Also, if you want to book an online tarot card reading session with me in which you get the messages which are specifically for your situation, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to work with you.
if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below, how it helped you or what you learned out of it. It's very motivating to listen to how my videos helped you. And if you haven't already, go subscribe to my channel.
And I'll see you real soon with another video. Until then, keep calm, be happy, focus on the good, and sending you so much love and light.